Hello everyone! It's time to get your head out of the clouds. Today we're discussing, how has Jesus come with the clouds? In Revelation chapter 1 verse 7, after greeting the churches in Asia, John began his book by describing Christ with a seemingly contradictory statement. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Amen. If every eye would see Jesus, why would he be coming with clouds? Wouldn't they block people's view of him? Well, this verse isn't the only one with this kind of contradiction. In one of his famous prophecies, Isaiah said, Lord, when thy hand is lifted up, they will not see, but they shall see, and be ashamed for their envy at the people. Yea, the fire of thine enemies shall devour them. Isaiah chapter 26 verse 11. Clearly, the two verbs here must refer to different kinds of vision, just like Jesus coming with clouds and being seen by many are two events that refer to different kinds of arrivals. Like most objects in the Bible, the clouds aren't actually literal. They represent the invisibility of Christ's arrival. This symbolism can be understood if we compare it to the way clouds hide objects physically. When you hear a plane in the air, you might not be able to see it because the clouds are blocking it. This is a physical demonstration of the fact that Christ's return would not be physical. As St. Paul said to the Corinthians, Wherefore henceforth know we no man after the flesh. Yea, though we have known Jesus after the flesh, yet now henceforth know we him no more. 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 16. After all, Christ was hidden from the view of everyone but the disciples in Acts chapter 1 verse 9, and angels said he'd come back in this manner in a subsequent verse. Ye men of Galilee, why stand ye gazing up into heaven? This same Jesus, which is taken up from you into heaven, shall so come in like manner as ye have seen him go into heaven. Acts chapter 1 verse 11. People believed that the Son of Man would come down physically just like he rose up physically, but in reality, he would be descending invisibly like he rose up invisibly. This means that his return would go unnoticed by many. Some denominations still preach that he is yet to come, when many of the signs in Matthew chapter 24, like earthquakes and wars, prove that he's already here. They believe this because even if they could witness Jesus' arrival, they wouldn't understand it. God himself said that here. Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Isaiah chapter 47 verse 11. It's also why Christ used a peculiar analogy when referring to his second advent in this verse in Revelation. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth, and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked, and they see his shame. Revelation chapter 16 verse 15. Just like a thief is able to sneak into a house because the inhabitants are sleeping, Jesus has come to the world unnoticed because many people are spiritually sleeping. They aren't aware of what he is doing in our time, because they expect him to do much greater things. The Pharisees expected the Messiah to be a warrior who would free Israel from Roman bondage, but instead he spent his time criticizing them, and he seemed to accept that the Romans weren't going anywhere. Similarly, some Christians think that Jesus will actually return to Jerusalem or publicly descend with clouds, when in fact his coming is actually a spiritual one. However, even though we can't see him physically, we can certainly feel the effects of his coming, like increased conflict in our time or the rapid growth of technology, in fulfillment of Daniel chapter 12 verse 4. This is what John meant by every eye shall see him. We are in the midst of a war between Jesus and Satan, according to Revelation chapter 12 verses 7 to 8. And just like Satan's rebellion in heaven caused rebellion on earth, the conflict between these two heavenly giants causes conflict and division on earth. Therefore, my advice is that we should be prepared for the next stage of Jesus' plan. We've established that he has come to earth, but he hasn't stopped there. There are a lot of steps he needs to take to fully establish his kingdom, and we should be careful to avoid getting in the way of his goals. Near the end of his description of the last days, Christ noted, "Watch ye therefore, and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man." Luke chapter 21, verse 36. This way, those clouds will pass and make way for an eternally sunny day. And that is where I'm going to stop with this Bible Q&A. How has Jesus come with the clouds? He's come invisibly, and no one has noticed that he's here, just like clouds prevent people from seeing certain objects in the sky. Thank you for listening! Don't forget to like and subscribe!